Designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Latza Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated.
It's a great day for hockey here in Bloomington, Minnesota, and we are underway with the championship game of the Squirt level for the 2023, the big one. This is going to be brought into the zone by the Panthers in black. Snapping a shot, quick save made, but the rebound is poked home. And before we've even really had a chance to set the stage, takes just 14 seconds, the Panthers get on the board. It's a 1-0 lead. The shot was taken by Cale Chin, and I believe that was Haney who put home the rebound. We'll find out here in a matter of moments, but the Panthers get on the board early, 1-0. They lead the Tigers. When these two teams met earlier, it was a close affair, 7-6. The Panthers were victorious in a much tougher test than they had in either their other pool games, as they were victorious 12-6 over the Cougars, 11-5 over the Lions. This is played up in a nice return pass from Haney. Haney finds Wessinger. Wessinger cuts in and then didn't realize the puck was trailing right behind him. Coming up the left wing side, the Tigers with some speed. It's brought in by Cooper Ewing. So it was Wessinger who put that one home. Cale Chin out of Stillwater, Minnesota with the assist. And then off the crossbar, the Panthers nearly double their lead. They'll work down low. The Tigers, it's Gavin Thomas out of Eagan, Minnesota, looking to break out, fighting off one man with one arm. They'll feed it ahead, carving through the middle, snapping a shot, but just off the mark. Charlie Vobel. He hails from Inver Grove Heights. Knifed away at the blue line, the Panthers' Bryson French circles behind his own cage, feeds it up the line for Blake Rao. It's tapped away. The Tigers keep the zone. Work it down low. French battling, as does Rao. Centering pass out front and just escaped the stick of Zachary Gabrick. The Tigers respond in kind, though. 2:05. It took us over the first period in last game, the U10 Girls Championship of the big one, to get a second goal. It took us just 2 minutes and 5 seconds, and each team has gotten on the board. It is quickly a 1-1 score. Cutting through the middle, Panthers looking to respond. And Haney was looking for a return pass from Backen. So the goal is Petzel from Trout. Now back the other way. Here's Wessinger. Wessinger already has a goal. Snaps a shot, and it made the twine dance, but from the outside, the Panthers try to pick up the puck. They'll get it ahead to Vobel. Vobel across the line. Aids and deposits it in. Vobel was able to slip around a little bit of resistance and scores just 43 seconds after his teammate Petzel did. It's 2-1 Tigers, and that was the final score of our last game. So buckle up and make sure you got plenty of ink for your score sheet, as this one could be a high-scoring affair. Slapped at with, on a bigger player, might have been a high stick, but not at this level. Petzel picks up the assist on the goal. Played up the right side, and spinning, meeting resistance, was Cooper Ewing. Breakout pass for Monshagen. Through the middle, dancing, going backhand, forehand, and scoring is Cale Chin. That's his 6th goal of the tournament, and we are just barely into game number 4. 3 minutes, 21 seconds, time of the goal. It's a back and forth affair, and the Panthers even it up at 2 apiece. Tigers win the draw, and we'll get it ahead for Gabrick. Bryson French out of War Road picks up the lone helper. In 2-2 we skate. Gathered on the backhand. This will be kept in. Nice job keeping the play alive was Frederick Gmarzak. That skates out, and French, the last man back, cutting in on a breakaway. On the forehand, tries to go backhand at the last second, and his opposition. Then a helmet save made by the netminder, Henry Sicking. Whatever you got to do, and he used his noggin there to tap that one below the goal line. We're going to have a penalty for the first time in the contest. It comes after 4 goals have been registered, and it's going to be body checking called against Landon Rearson. Rearson out of Prior Lake. There's a shot looking for the near side, and Sicking throws his blocker into it, punches it away. On the backhand, getting this out is Matthew Backen out of Victoria, Minnesota. This will have enough for icing, yes, at this level. Even if you're shorthanded, you will be called for an icing, trying to teach the young players, give them more options, get them thinking about that breakout pass, and it leads to more shorthanded opportunities for sure. They'll feed this over to the Tigers' Thomas. He'll survey. Spins clockwise, throws one towards the net as it was tipped, and it's in. And it looked like it initially might have ended up being an own goal, but the netminder made the save on that one, but was not able to stop the rebound putback. Goal was scored by the Tigers' Cooper Ewing at the 4-minute, 36-second mark. And for the first time, it's a power play goal. Ewing out of Hastings, Minnesota, has 5 goals in the tournament. Vobel and Thomas each picking up assists, and the Panthers come right back. 5 minutes and 1 second gone by. Don't blink, you might miss 3 or 4 goals. It's 3-3. And we've had barely 5 minutes expired of the 45 that we'll have in regulation. So that's going to be the 3rd point for Cale Chin. He's got 2 goals and an assist. Jack Flagg with the helper there. Panthers steal it away, look to break out. They'll get to the blue line, to the red line, to the far blue line. Nope, spoke too soon. That was knifed away from Wessinger at the last moment. Tracking it down in the corner is Petzel. He's already been a big factor as he's got a goal and an assist. So the number 9's getting it done here early in the contest. Tracked down on a backhanded play out of the zone by French. Stepping up, looking for a high-rising shot, and it's in. That's going to be a goal scored by Landon Rearson. Time of the goal, 6:02. That one caught the netminder up high off the mask, and Sawyer Rosadin has to dig that out of his own net. I'm going to call that an unassisted goal, our first without a helper. There's a drive, put back, and unable to get it from that sharp angle. Setting the table there was Blake Rao out of Cross Lake, Minnesota. He waits in the slot, hoping a puck can be thrown his way. To this point, Tigers defending well. This will kick around for Vobel. He's got a goal and an assist early in this one. Vobel on the backhand tries to send it out front. Had an awaiting Keith Hittner. Couldn't find a lane to get that over to the Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota native. Pinball's in the slot. Panthers will look to break out. They have a man coming up the side with speed. This will be Rao. Rao fires. Right pad save made by Rosanen. At the center line, Rao trying to chop that out of midair. Tigers will get a clearance. Kamarzik sends it up the left wing side. They'll send it out front for Rao, and he taps it just wide. 7:35 left to go in our opening frame. 4-3. The score, Panthers on top. Kicks out for Gabrick. Reaching in and dumping it is Rao. Banked ahead for Gabrick. Carving through, turned over at neutral ice. Panthers, and calling for it was Backen. Backen gains the line and clean. The timing there was perfect as Wessinger almost ahead of the play, but not. Tigers looking to break out. They come up the right wing side. Panther player takes a spill that opens up a little bit of daylight. Wessinger knocks it, gloves it down to himself, and he's off to the races. It's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Wessinger, stick save made by Razanin, and he punches it into the corner. Tough angle as the shot was in tight, denying Bakken. Tigers will look to clear, and we've had an extended period without a goal. Here come the Tigers from the right circle. A save made by the netminder. Gave up a rebound for a moment, but he was Johnny on the spot. Henry Sickink swallows up the rebound. It stops the clock with 5:11 left to go in our opening frame. Mention how the Panthers got here via a 3-0 record. 7-6 7-6, they defeated these Tigers. 12-6 over the Cougars, 11-5 over the Lions. The Tigers, that was their only defeat. We'll get to their scores in a moment. Coming across the line with speed is Flake. Snaps a shot, held onto by the netminder. The Tigers, as I mentioned, lost to the Panthers 7-6, defeated the Lions 7-6, and defeated the Cougars 7-5. You could say advantage Panthers, not only the 3-0 record, but the better goal differential, but credit the Tigers. They've played in 3 close games and found the way to get on the right side of 2 of the 3 of them. That's the reason that they are here. Although I have a feeling as all 3 games they were in, the winning team scored 7. Likely that might not be enough tonight. There's a backhand shot punched away by the blocker of Razinin. Thrown into the slot, Thomas will come away with it. Thomas hails from Egan, a potential future Wildcat if he is still in the area for his high school years. There's Thomas, dangles, dances, cuts from the left circle, snaps a shot. Glove stop by the netminder, and he'll hold on with 5:19 left to go in the frame. A reminder that we do not resurface in between periods, so don't want you to miss anything if you're watching at home. Maybe chance to run to the kitchen for a quick snack or a restroom stop, but we'll just have 60 seconds in between periods. This is Vobel, who that one wouldn't settle down for him. A blocker save made by the netminder. That goes into the corner. Dancing with it, feeds it out front, and just unable to capitalize on the back end. The Panthers, who are attacking the east end here in the first and third period, unable to keep the zone. Our vantage point is from the south and makes things a little bit easier to describe. The play is ahead of us, due north. There's a turnover, and the Panthers have it. They'll float it ahead. Offside, as that was the issue. The players knew that they had to be careful. That blue line was coming up quickly, and that will stop action with 4 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in our opening frame. Held at the line and trying to make a pass across is Ben Duda. Thrown towards the net. Netminder is able to make the stop and then is helped out by his defense as Isaac Distad out of Burnsville clears it. Offside as touching up was Kamarzik, but the Waconia native didn't get to the blue line in time. 3:51 left to go here in period number 1. Tigers, they'll break out. They're lacking numbers, but they'll take the conservative route, go down low. We've got a trip coming up with 3:39. It was inadvertent, but an unintentional trip is a trip nonetheless. You got to be responsible for your stick. He went for the poke and got more of his opposition than he wanted. Guilty party is going to be Keith Hittner. Bryson French helps the Panthers get it back in. Snapping a shot, that's the second time the Panthers have hit the crossbar. Cale Chin unable to put that one home. Now here's an opportunity shorthanded. Petzel fires it around the bend. Panthers will come away with it. Had the jersey tucked in, but I believe that was Wessinger, who now heads to the net. Firing a shot off the mark. 3 minutes left to go in period number 1. Nice move there by French. Thomas with it. He'll cut back against the grain. Floated down to the zone. Didn't get over the line by much, but all you need is a little bit. Here's Gabrick. Makes the handoff to Petzel. Panthers steal it away. They'll break out. They've got plenty of room up the right wing side. And Wessinger fights off Petzel, despite the fact that the pass didn't hit Wessinger cleanly because he was really the only person in the zip code. He had plenty of time to recover. Floats one in the slot. It's loose! And it is backhanded out and with authority. Even if this one goes down for icing, which I don't think it will have enough, the Tigers would gladly have taken that rather than see the Panthers get on the board once again. That worked out. Wasn't how they drew it up, but they'll take it. Cutting across the line, Kmarzik. Firing a shot off the mark was Chin, and we've not said that much. He has been dangerous early on in this game. 6 seconds left on the penalty. On his feet is Hittner. Firing a shot. Low stick save. The netminder did have his right pad there in case as plan B. 1:33 left to go in period number 1. 4-3. Panthers on top in a back and forth affair. We're going to have a penalty here. I believe the guilty party is Cam Monshagen. And he shrugs his head to the rafters. Again, similar to the one on Hittner, no intent there, but you're responsible for your stick, just like if a stick were to go up high and hit somebody with a high stick. Here it goes low and takes out his opposition. The Tigers looking to get out of their own zone. Centering pass sent out front, but it's on the tape of Cooper Ewing, and he plays for the Tigers. He'll get it out to neutral ice. Great option there as they went to the left. There were a couple players that could have taken it in, and it looks like it's going to be Thomas Lesnar out of Savage who does the dirty work and gains the zone. Centering pass to that back door, and Panthers unable to get a touch on it. Tigers with a couple of attempts to clear, can't do so as of yet. Fed down low. With it is Lesnar. Sent out front, and a big stop made by the netminder with exactly 45 seconds to play. Minute 20 left to go on the penalty to Monshagen, so he's hoping that his second period begins with him in the box. Otherwise, it means that the Panthers have capitalized on their power play opportunity here. One back to the point for the Panthers. Kicking at it was Bakken. A toe drag and then a pass ahead for Hittner. Hittner stripped of it at the blue line. Coming across with speed is Duda. Waits, snaps a shot. Thomas blocked that with his shin pad into the corner. 20 seconds left to go in the period. Here's Thomas. Thomas pressured. Stolen away. But he cloaks himself on his adversary. They get it up, not out. Duda races over to keep that alive. Cross ice dump in from left to right. 4 seconds left to go in the period. Tigers looking to get out of the zone. They will. Here's Thomas. Possible chance for a last second shot, but the horn comes first. 4-3. Panthers lead. When we come back, we'll do a quick scoring recap, although a scoring recap may take a while. It is the Squirt division, and it's the championship game of the 2023, the big one, right here on Youth Hockey Hub.
Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
15 minutes up on the board, 34 seconds still on the penalty to the Tigers' Monshagen. The Tigers coming shorthanded, firing a shot and trying to put home the rebound. The Panthers in the black uniforms with white and red logo. They skate from right to left on your screen. The Tigers in the orange jerseys with black and white across the chest. The orange socks with black and white. They skate left to right, and they are about to get back to 5-on-5. Panthers coming up the right wing side. They'll go wide. Centering pass through a couple of players. I think the intended target there was Aiden Haney out of Manorville. And they're unable to succeed in getting that to him. Difficult to see his numerals. That's kind of tucked in the breezers, but I believe that was 5 that he is wearing. Vobel fires a shot through traffic as that was partially broken up by Landon Rearson out of Prior Lake, Minnesota. And a good cover there by the netminder, Sickink. The Panthers, the first team that I've seen in the tournament with multiple goalies, so we'll keep an eye to see if the plan is to have him go the entire way or if Declan Purdy gets a look in the second half. This is stripped away by the Panthers. They'll look to break out. They'll hold up, float one ahead, and did they get back on in time? Yes, they do. Snapping a shot, glove save made by the netminder on Duda, who released a nice, crafty little wrist shot. This will be settled down, tipped out of midair, and the Tigers come away with it. Cutting wide is Vobel. Vobel has it on his backhand, circling the wagon, but the wrong way for a left-handed shot if he wants to get something going on his forehand, but he makes it work as he dishes off to Ewing. Ewing, a dangerous player, down low, floats it off, and it actually hits off of a Panther player, then off the side of their cage. 13:07 left to go in period number 1. From the right side, a shot punched away by the blocker of Rasanen. Centering pass out front, wraparound attempt. Rasanen makes the first stop and the second. Can't get the third, however. The Panthers just keep coming in waves. And I believe that is going to be Chin again. We'll see here in a moment. 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Time of the goal. Panthers have something that neither team has enjoyed this afternoon. That's a 2-goal lead. Time of the goal, 2 minutes, 8 seconds into period number 2. They've all been even strength except for the Tigers goal scored by Ewing. So Bakken and Lesnar with the assists on Chin's hat trick goal. The Tigers need to wait to touch up, but they do. They'll dump it in. And with 12:13 left to go in the second period, Panthers looking to break out from the left side. They'll center it, going right down the middle. And meeting resistance there was Wessinger. Tigers look to counter. From the right side is Petzel. Petzel snaps a shot. It was a tough angle. He was hoping that rebound would go to the goaltender's right, not the left, as that would have opened up options for a putback goal. Skating into it is Rao. Rao from the goal line. Feeds to the right point, and then Wessinger unable to get the shot off, but did a great job of tying up his man. Otherwise, that would have been a race back to the other end and a great scoring opportunity for the Tigers. Rao goes into the corner, pokes and prods at it with his twig. Kept in for a moment, now an opportunity. It's a 2-on-0 if they can find the puck. And Vobel was pestered. Landon Rearson likely prevented a goal, but they come back and get it anyway. Vobel sets it up to the far side. And the Tigers are able to strike here at the 3-minute, 45-second mark. For Charlie Vobel. That's his second of the afternoon, and it brings the score back within one, 5-4. A rising shot that was fought off on the rebound. Vobel, unassisted goal, his second of the game. Fighting and trying to poke that through was Flagg. He gets tangled up. There's a big drive off the mark by Chin. He'll head back and look to defend. A little bit of Tiger crime there as Gabrick and Petzel collide, but they make it work nonetheless. Zachary Gabrick scores moments after Vobel did. 4:23 gone by here in period number 2. And we're once again knotted up, this time at 5. Coming in from the left side, centering pass. I thought that was Gabrick, but they're saying it was Petzel with his second from Gabrick. 10:15 left to go in the second. And now skating away with it is Bryson French. French hails from up north, War Road. Panthers will come away with it. Here's Chin. Chin leads the charge. One man to get around. Cuts around him. Goes forehand and scores. Kale Chin with his 4th of the game, 9th of the tournament. 5:02 time of the goal. And Petzel and Chin have certainly been the straws that stir the drink for their respective teams. They both wear 9. Backhand effort hits iron from Blake Rao. Tigers will come away with it from their own left circle. They'll skate it to the right. It's Thomas. Thomas surveys for a long time, and I like that patience shown by the young man. Instead of trying to force it, instead of trying to get rid of the puck immediately, didn't see anything he liked, waited for something to develop, and because of it, the Tigers still have the zone. Just as I say that, the Panthers come away with it. Slipping around one man, although slowed down enough, even though he did get around him for a moment. Great recovery by the Tigers. Charlie Alpo out of Farmington, Minnesota, so wearing some colors that he's used to wearing in orange this afternoon. There's a trip, and I believe it's Vobel will be the guilty party. Had to nearly caught myself. As I said, afternoon, and that's right. Every once in a while you'll do these tournaments, and when you're doing games in the morning, that one really throws you off. But I'm used to talking about this evening, as most of my play-by-play duties are for the St. Cloud Norsemen of the NAHL. Was down in Austin last night, actually. It's playoff time, round 2, and those two teams knotted up at 1 apiece after 2 in Austin. Cutting through the middle, or trying to, firing and scoring is the Tigers' Odin Petzel. That's his hat trick goal. And I said cutting through the middle, then felt I misspoke because it looked like he had been contained, but he picks up his own rebound and absolutely roofs it. Doesn't hit the back of the net, hits the top of the net beyond the crossbar, and he has made this a 6-6 game. Coming up the left wing side, the Tigers. Centering pass, but nobody home, not wearing black. Tipped ahead for Chin. Chin feeds it right back, firing and denied, although it's still there. Left pad save, but the rebound gets lifted up and in. The Panthers come right back. It's a power play goal, and it makes it 7-6 Panthers. .641 time of the goal. And we do indeed have a goaltender change. This is going to be Declan Purdy. And again, this has nothing to do with performance. This is the Panthers knowing they have 2 goaltenders and wanted to get both of them in the championship game. They're calling that flag from Haney, but there should be a secondary assist to Chin as well. It's a power play goal, and it has the Panthers back on top 7-6. Firing a shot, big save. The first shot that Purdy sees. A stick save made by Purdy again as that one goes into the corner. Declan Purdy out of Prior Lake, Minnesota, spells it the same way that Brock Purdy, former Iowa State quarterback, now with the San Francisco 49ers, flipped out, turned over, brought right back in by Alpo. It crashes off the backboards. Ewing on his backhand tried to bring it to his forehand and had his pocket picked. We're in the second half of regulation time. 7:08 left to go in the second period, to be precise. Cutting through, trying to get around his man was Flagg. Tigers have a 3-on-2 developing. Here they go. Cutting wide and coming back is Ewing. Now Ewing is contained. It's thrown out front and it's in. Ewing from behind the goal was able to throw that one out front, and I wouldn't say it's a lucky bounce. You know that if you put the puck in the blue paint, good things are going to happen for your squad. That's exactly what happened. And the Tigers tie this game at 7. Waiting, firing, in on target, rebound, give it up. It's loose, but it goes across the goal mouth, not in. And they come right back and score. That's going to be the Panthers' Rearson with the tally. .8:37 time of the goal. Panthers, as of late, have primarily been in the lead. It's been the Tigers scoring to tie it up. Turning, firing, and a right pad save made by the netminder. Held up at the blue line, stripped away for a moment by Vobel. Vobel will back off and allow Petzel to gain the zone, and the Tigers strike from a tough angle and tie this game up at 8 apiece. 9:10 time of the goal. We're going to need a second scoring sheet here. And as of late, there have not been a lot of assists handed out. In the first period of the 7 goals scored, only 1 was unassisted. 6 of the 9 scored here in period number 2 have been without a helper. There's a shot right into the breadbasket of the netminder, and the Tigers goaltender, Razinin, will cover that with the glove. Restart from the goaltender's left. Tigers bring it across the line. With it is Gabrick. He'll head off for a change after getting that one deep. That puck squirts wide. Stepping up is Thomas. Didn't miss by much. And a lacrosse-style goal scored by Charlie Vobel. Lifts it up on his stick and floats it into the top corner. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 20 seconds gone by here in period number 2. for Volbel. That's his hat trick, and he does it in style to give his squad the 9-8 lead. And it's their first lead since the first period. Chopping it out and ahead for Trout. So Thomas picks up the lone assist. There's a save. I'm going to try to quickly, before this puck gets back into play, explain how we got here. Panthers took a lead at 1-0. It was even at 1. Tigers look at 2-1 lead, even at 2. Tigers took a 3-2 lead, even at 3. And at the end of the first period, the Panthers led 4-3. Big left pad save made by Purdy as he kicks that one out. It goes into the corner. Spinning around, Volbel. Looking to maybe feed the point. No, he'll keep it at the goal line, fighting through some resistance. Makes the handoff, or tries to find Odin Petzel, who hails from Minneapolis. Back the other end, here's Chin. Chin gains the line. Chin. And a nice job there by the Tigers to catch that up in the skates. And Volbel saw Chin approaching, decided best to just punch that into the corner. It's exactly what he did. 3:38 left to go. There's a seeing eye shot that was starting to arc down, fought off by the netminder's blocker from the right side. Now holding it outside the left circle. Floated, and Chin will skate onto it. No, instead it's cut off by Santiago Trout. He jumped that route. It comes out to Chin. He fires it seemingly for the first time all afternoon. Doesn't find the back of the net as a big glove save was made by Razinen. The Panthers led 4-3 going into the period. They had the only 2-goal lead at 5-3. Then Tigers cut it to 5-4 and 5-5. Panthers went up 6-5, tied at 6. Panthers went up 7-6, tied at 7. Panthers went up 8-7, tied at 8. And for the first time in a while, the Tigers lead. It's a 9-8 score, and they've got numbers as they come in. Cutting through on the backhand, trying to go forehand, unable to do so was Cooper Ewing. Thomas had that one just slip around his skates. He has help back in Alpo, and Alpo makes the play. Tigers go from hunters to the hunted to hunters, as now they come across, it's Monshagen. And that one hit off the far post. 2:42 left to go. The threat is still imminent as Thomas tries to seal the wall, and again, the Panthers do a nice job of getting around the Egan native. Here comes Alpo out of Farmington, banks it ahead. That one kicks off of the skate of Gabrick, and that is why there is no icing. Sent around, Monshagen seals that off from the left circle. Firing a shot, hits off of the outside of the netting. That was Ewing. We're going to have a penalty behind the play with 2:15 left to go in period number 2. 9-8 Tigers on top. Interference is the call. And the guilty party for the Panthers is going to be Matthew Bakken out of Victoria, Minnesota. So 2:15 left to go in the period. A 2-minute power play for the Tigers. We've seen one power play goal from the Tigers squad. It was Cooper Ewing with his first of the game. Shorthanded, the Panthers circle the wagon, and will they elect to try to keep it in the zone or try to feed it back? They try to go for the shorthanded bid, and now it's played all the way down. With it on his tape, trying to get it out of the zone is Rearson. He does just that. They'll get this ahead. Here's Chin. Chin fed from Flagg. Backhand effort that hits off the back of the netting, and the Tigers look to come out of the zone. Options, and they'll keep it, feed it ahead. Tangled up at the blue line. A bad break for the Tigers. The Panthers will see if they can't capitalize. Slow rolling puck picked off by Petzel. Petzel waits, fires, and tried to go short side. 1:10 left to go in the period. 54 seconds left on the penalty to Bakken. Tigers trying to keep the zone, unable to. Here's Chin, had it stripped away. Staying with it is Hittner. Hittner drops it back. Volpel swatted out of mid-air and got just enough on that to help clear it. Back at the other end, here's Chin. Chin feeds it over, and Rearson, I don't think he was expecting a pass that early in the progression of the play. Rearson, centering pass, finds Chin, fires, and that somehow stays out with 33.3 ticks left here in period number 2. Tigers lead by a 9-8 score. It is already the most goals that the Tigers have scored in the tournament. We still have a period left. Coming in on the backhand, penalty is about to expire. 6 seconds left on the infraction. Looking to get out of the zone are the Panthers. They'll have to go behind their own cage to do it as Rao tries desperately for a clearance. They'll get it out, and here comes Duda. Shot out of a cannon. It's a 2-on-1. Duda cuts in, waits, fires. It's left there for a moment, and then it was Wessinger trying to put it home. Denied, and the horn sounds, ending period number 2. We'll step away from the mic. We'll be back in 60 seconds. 9-8. Tigers lead the Panthers. You're watching the 2023, the big one, right here on Youth Hockey Hub.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a ½ pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
15 minutes up on the board, and that would not be enough time if we went through a full scoring summary of periods 1 and 2. 9-8, the Tigers lead. Tigers in orange with the black numerals. They go right to left. In black with white numerals are the Panthers. From the right circle, a big stop made there by the netminder Purdy as that one hits high and goes behind the goal line. Panthers looking to break out. They will. Wessinger cuts around one man from the circle, fires a shot, and fought off by Razanen. Keep in mind these two teams had a close game the first time they met, although not as high scoring. That one finished 7-6 in favor of the Panthers. Coming out, this is stripped away. Tigers, Ewing waits. Fires on the backhand, but it leaves a rebound. They put it home. Ewing did the heavy lifting, and then in the right spot was Santiago Trout. 50 seconds into period number 3, and the Tigers have something that they had not had before now. That's a 2-goal lead, 10-8. They're on top. The lone assist there is going to be Petzel. Was trying to think back on the play to see if there was going to be maybe a second one, but it was Petzel who stole the puck and got things going for the Tigers as they're headed westbound this period. I was kind of jokingly saying that we need to get a new scoring sheet, but I'm actually running pretty close to the end of my page here. There's a stick save made by the netminder, and then backed up with the pad. They're still poking at it. And finally, the Panthers get a clearance, and now it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Saucing a pass ahead. Firing big right pad save as he denies Rearson. Rearson with a good look. Razanen is tall to the task as he got his right pad down low, quickly kicked it out, and most importantly, prevented the rebound from being put home. Panthers find a lane to Bakken. Fires the shot that was actually off the mark, but Razanen will hold on with 13:01 left to go in period number 3. Matt Flagg is the head coach, and I presume the father of Jack Flagg for the Panthers. Chris Rosanen, the coach for the Tigers. I assume that's Sawyer's father. Here's a 3-on-2 breaking out for the Tigers. Tough angle shot. It does leave a rebound, but it won't settle down on the back end. Waiting, spinning, firing. Save made. Panthers survive. I talked about how the Panthers, yes, outside of the game against the Tigers that they won by 1 in pool play, they kind of came through easily. Sometimes that can make it difficult when the chips are all in the middle and you've got to fight to win a close game. Whereas that's what the Tigers have been in every game. All of them have been 1 or 2 goal affairs for them throughout this entire 2023 tournament, entitled The Big One. The Panthers, Wessinger makes a backhand pass, finds a lane over for Bryson French up the left wing side, but they can't connect with Bakken. Thomas skates to it, will slow things down. Love his poise. Love the fact that he doesn't always rush things. There's a backhand effort that will slowly go on. Thought it was going to be covered up by the netminder, but he wants to keep the clock moving. He just pokes that away with the paddle. Gabrick. And the Tigers looking to break out of the zone. On the backhand, floated up. A collision right in front of the scorer's box. Getting the worst of that was Hittner, but he pops right back up. No worse for the wear. That one settles down. Gabrick sends it across the goal mouth. Just couldn't find a friendly stick to tap it home amongst his teammates. 11:20 left to go, period number 3. 10-8, Tigers lead. Coming across the middle is Wessinger. Fires a shot. Fought off by the netminder. Then tried a sneaky little pass, and the Tigers were able to find it first. Here's Wessinger. Wastes no time. Fires a shot. The rebound won't go either. Both sides have seen good goaltending, but Razanen has been absolutely stellar the last few minutes here, as the Panthers have had some great scoring opportunities. This one is fought out of the zone, and it will be Flagg. Flagg picks it up with speed, curls back, tries to set up once again. Stripped away as that play was broken up by Distad. And a bad break there for the Panthers. They had a man out front, Frederick Sarmik out of Waconia, and the puck went through his legs, was unable to collect it in time. Now at the other end here, the Tigers. Causing issues is Duda. Duda still there. Now with it is Petzel. Petzel looks over both shoulders, sees he has time and space. Drops it off. Not sure if he meant to, but they'll take it as Vobel has it behind the goal line. Sends it out front. Petzel. A great stop it. No, excuse me, it's in. Trout able to get the finishing touch. 4 minutes, 56 seconds gone by. Set up beautifully by Petzel and Vobel. And the Tigers have stunned the Panthers. They lead 11-8. And again, they're shortened one of the players, but we won't hear on the broadcast, as they say that was Trout from Petzel, but Vobel was able to get it over to Petzel first. He picks up the secondary assist. Great save made by the netminder, and it might not look like much, but he's hugging that post, and he trusts the process. He sees that shot coming up, and he freezes like a statue and says, that puck's going to hit me, but if I move toward it, I might open up a little bit of daylight and let that puck find a home in. This is a shot by Trout, who throws it on net, and that's not a bad play. You don't have much there. Why not get it on target? See if maybe you can't get a fortunate bounce, and if not, you're rewarded with an offensive zone face-off, and you allow your teammates to come onto the ice, take your place, and get some fresh blood, some fresh personnel. A toe drag attempt there by Hittner. But the Panthers get bodies in the way. And speaking of bodies, piling up at the blue line, coming away with this is Monshagen. Fired hard off the boards. It kicks out, kicked at, and that will wave off icing as it was touched by the Tigers. Thomas will take the handoff from his netminder. 8:51 left to go in the period. Coming back to help out And helping break up that play was Cooper Ewing. Ewing came into the game with 4 goals and 8 points. He's been putting up the points this afternoon, but he's also been just as valuable in his defensive third. The Tigers know that the point of the game at this point, they'd love another goal or two. We're going to have an inadvertent trip, but no call. The Tigers are just going to try to set up shop in the offensive third and spend as little time in their own end as possible with a 3-goal lead. They'll feed it into the slot. Teams jousting for it, eventually coming away with it, is the Panthers. Haney sent up the left wing side. Panthers still with it. Snapping a shot, and it's in. Kale Chin comes up big once again, and you knew there would be pushback from these Panthers. 6 minutes, 57 seconds, time of the goal, and the Panthers cut it to 2. Normally you'd say, with this amount of time, that might not be enough. Here, it might be too much time. We'll see how the play develops, but the Panthers, in a very close score given the way this game has flowed, it's 11-9 in favor of the Tigers. So French picks up the lone assist on the goal, and getting down low, Razanen, after he got hit by that shot. Chin with his 4th, and I had to double check that, as honestly I thought that he'd already had 4, but the flag comes in, snaps a shot, it goes post and in, kisses off the inside of the iron. That was a pretty finish. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 46 seconds, and the Panthers, no panic in their game. They cut it to 1. It's 11-10 in favor of the Tigers. They'll call it an unassisted tally. Centering pass slapped away by the stick of Razanen. Razanen hails from Egan, looking to break out. They get to the red line, and good patience there. Losing it for a moment was Gabrick, but he didn't panic. He didn't just dump it in. He was still trying to make a play there. Cutting in is Wessinger. Wessinger elevates it on the backhand, but was a little bit too deep and couldn't keep that out front of the net. 5:33 left to go. Tigers looking to break out. Now the 1-goal game, it really changes what they're thinking. At 3-goal lead, they're probably thinking more defense. There's a big save made by the netminder, Purdy. Right now, the Tigers going to really press for that next goal. Thomas tries to stick move around a couple of players, got past one, couldn't get by the second. Thomas still with it on the backhand, stays with it, tries to muscle it towards the net, and it's fought off by Landon Rearson of the Panthers. It's floated ahead for Wessinger. Patient at the line was Rao to keep this play onside. Wessinger makes one man miss, throws it towards the net, but it was in a sea of orange. This is tipped ahead. One man to get around. It's French, last man back. Waiting is Ewing, and giving pressure is Gabrick. Panthers coming up the left side. Floated ahead. Here's Rearson. Rearson trying to streak down Broadway. Rearson backhand scores! 9 minutes, 28 seconds of period number 3, and the Panthers have roared back for the last 3. And this will deadlock us at 11. 5:32, a lot of time left in this one. This could still end up being a 2 or a 3-goal victory for either side. Again, an unassisted goal. A shot and a goal! Coming right back, right down Broadway, is the Tigers' Odin Petzel. Huge response from the Tigers. They could have hung their heads and said, man, we had a 3-goal lead here a moment ago. Where'd it go? We find ourselves deadlocked at 11. But Petzel comes back and scores for the Tigers, 12-11. And I'm going to call it right now. First to 15 wins this game. With it and getting it out is Vobel. Vobel picks up the lone assist on Petzel's goal. Waiting, carving, going forehand, leaving a rebound, and fought off. A drive, tracked down by Chin. Chin snaps a shot, and the Tigers. It's Monshagen. Gets to the red line, gets to the blue line, and floats it in. That might not be on target, but he did his job. He got the puck deep, forces the Panthers to go the length of the ice, and gets off for a change. Here come the Panthers up the right wing side. 4:20 left to go in the third, and it's stripped away. Tigers looking to catch the Panthers in transition, and again, you take the safe route, although in this case, unfortunately, for the young man Cooper Ewing out of Hastings, Minnesota, that had enough on it for icing. That'll bring it back down into their end with 4:11 to play. Taking the draw for the Panthers will be Jack Wessinger out of Minneapolis. Thomas and the Tigers will come away with it. Thomas feeds it up, and Ewing had that stripped away from him. Ewing gets back into the play, gets it ahead for Thomas. Thomas sees a lane at the right side. Jumping back in is Rearson. Across the line. He'll pull up. Floats it and gets it to French. French snaps the shot. A rebound, and it will not go. Bakken inadvertently knocked it down, blocked the shot, but then it went right to his forehand, and I thought, wow, that was going to work out perfect. It looked like he's going to stuff it home from in tight. But one of the saves of the game for Sawyer Rosanen. And the Panthers still looking for that equalizer. They feed it to the point. It's stripped away. In comes Vobel. Vobel, one man to get around. And coming back and breaking up the play beautifully. Panthers had one man back. That was all they needed because the young man back was Bryson French, and he was able to disrupt that play and prevent a shot from being taken. 3:16 left to go. Tigers on top by the faintest of leads. Not just a one-goal lead, but in a game that's seen 23 goals. Here's Vobel. Snaps a shot right into the logo of the netminder, Declan Purdy. And Purdy will hold on for dear life. 3:06 left to go in the third. Frederick Marzik takes the draw for the Panthers. Eventually, they'll come away with it. They'll feed this ahead. Stymied. Marzik takes a shot. That kicks off somebody. Kale Chin goes to the paint and is denied as the netminder covers up with 2:45 left to go in regulation. Skating in from the wing is Monshagen. Kamarzik had a player draped on him, still kept it alive. Duda throws one on target. 2:33 left. We'll have another whistle, and this is the point of the game where it depends on who you're rooting for. For Tigers fans, the last couple of seconds have seemed to take an eternity, and for the Panthers supporters, they feel like the clock's moving too fast. Time is relative, I guess they say. Trying to skate through the middle. Ewing had it picked off of him, but then he got it back. High rising shot, punched away by the blocker of Purdy. Nice toe drag there by Rao. Rao moves it up the left side to Duda. Duda, a little bit too much on that pass. It'll end up in the possession of Distad out of Burnsville. Distad spins counterclockwise, gets a little bit of separation, floats a pass up the right wing side. We're inside of 2 minutes, 1:50 to go to be precise, and the Panthers muscle that out over to the right side, trying to get it ahead, and they will. Looking to track it down is Chin. Instead, it's Kamarzik. His shot was partially deflected by Thomas. That sent it well off course. It's an empty net. Here's an opportunity for the Tigers to try to get some separation from a tough angle, and a great block! All hands on deck as the Panthers keep this a one-goal game. 80 seconds left as they look to break out. They move from right to left, ahead for Chin. That's if you're a Panther supporter who you want to have the puck. Chin sets it up. Glove save made by the netminder and holds on to give no rebound. 72 seconds left to go in regulation. 12-11. Tigers on front. The Panthers won the first time around. The Tigers trying to reverse that fate. The Tigers, the visitors, the Panthers, the home team. Here's Duda. Sets one up. A glove save made by the netminder, and how did he possibly track that shot? It almost looks like he saw the release and then said, well, I'm going to lose the puck here in a second. I'm going to just take a blind dart stab and find that. With 1:04 left, the Panthers are going to take a timeout. We'll step away from the mic here for just a moment. We'll be back for the conclusion here of the Squirt division of the 2023, the big one, right here on Youth
Brewpub
Hockey.
Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before.
Back here at the Bloomington Ice Garden, 1:04 left. Tigers lead 12-11. Panthers trying to come up with the last second heroics, but the Tigers will come away with it at the red line, at the blue line, cutting wide. Petzel hits the goalpost, trying to seal it away. Instead, it's Rearson and the Panthers. They'll float it ahead. Kamarzik caught that, but it was kind of behind him. Hittner moves it up. They've got an option to the right. They'll go to it. The Panthers find Blake Rao with a great drop pass in the middle. They'll poke at it. They'll prod at it. Keeping with it is Kamarzik. He keeps it in. It's Rearson. Fires a shot through traffic. 23 seconds. It's behind the goal line. Now out, and a smart play there by Vobel. Play that one softly, even if it does end up being icing, and it will. It takes a few extra seconds. That carom off the boards nearly had it kick into the net, and it eats up a little bit more valuable clock. 13.8 seconds. All that stand between the Tigers and a championship. Oh, that and 6 Panthers skaters out as their goaltender is pulled at 6-on-5. They snap a shot. It's towards the net, but steered away by Thomas. Thomas muscles it out. It gets out of the zone. 5 seconds left. It's turned over. An empty net brought in, and it will hit off the side of the cage, but it will not matter. The Tigers prevail by a final score of 12-11. A fantastic showing by the Panthers. They go 3-0 in pool play. Their one close game was against this Tiger squad, 7-6, and the Tigers avenge that loss. They also go 3-1 in the tournament, but they win the big one here at the 2023 Big One. They come away with the Squirt Championship title by a final of 12-11. My name is Eric Zamora. So glad that you can join us. A big thank you to everyone tuning in, all the people here on the production side, our producer, engineer, and camera operator this afternoon, Justin Moss. Want to thank Greg Tinty and Tony Scott and everyone part of this production. One final time, this score in the Squirt Championship game, it was the Tigers 12, the Panthers 11. Thanks for tuning in to the championship game of the 2023, the big one, right here on Youth Hockey Hub.
The distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated.
Brewpub Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Mozza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race, to be completely hydrated